Avengers! Assemble.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's the Prevengers here, guys, and welcome back to another Marvel Feature Fight video. Today we have the November sneak peek, the first sneak peek for the November update, and it's pretty interesting. We are getting the Marvel's updates just as we suspected, but maybe not exactly in the way we suspected. So before I dive into giving you my opinion and ideas and thoughts, let's just watch the sneak peek and then we'll break it down for you afterwards. So here we go. And there you have it. There is the sneak peek for the Marvel's update here. So off the bat, we're going to break it down frame by frame here. But off the bat, we open up with seeing a Saturn-looking type planet. Obviously, it doesn't look exactly like Saturn, though. It's got purple, like dust all around it. It looks a little different, but we're obviously in space here, and we see a light flashing by, which is obviously Captain Marvel here. And she obviously has her brand new uniform with the sort of star in the middle, and the color pattern changes a little bit. The red and blue, I believe, have flip-flopped, and then obviously her rolled up sleeve and gloves. But the main thing that you do want to pay attention to with this planet is that along with all the purple dust markings, there is a couple markings here that are very random and not at all the same color as the rest of the planet. And of course, these markings make a T and 4 dots, meaning tier 4 for Captain Marvel. So yes, just as we suspected, Captain Marvel will be getting her tier 4 upgrade this update. But then the rest is what gets pretty surprising here. Obviously, we see her flying in, and then we see Miss Marvel Kamala Khan. The character modeling looks a little goofy, but it's all right. Obviously, this isn't how these characters are going to look in game. For some of these higher quality sneak peeks that they try and make, they use different character modeling that what we're going to see in game. Some of this looks kind of weird. Captain Marvel doesn't look terrible. She actually looks pretty good. Miss Marvel here looks a little goofy. She looks very childish. She looks like she has a face of a 5-year-old, which is obviously not what she looks like in the trailers, but it is what it is. Other than that, the animations are pretty cool. She goes to use her abilities and then switches over to Spectrum or Monica Rambeau. And her character modeling actually looks really good. The suit looks great, and so does all the other details. Nothing really seems off about her. She seems pretty frightened. And then they do this really weird, awkward walk. It looks like they were trying to make it look intimidating, but if anything, it just gives you a good laugh. It doesn't look right at all. But other than that, they did pretty well. It's obviously a scene straight from the trailer. This is a pretty generic scene at first, just her flying in. It's pretty much any Captain Marvel movie, her flying in space. But the parts about them switching while using abilities is very much from the trailer, which I love how they actually tried to duplicate that and make it exactly pretty much frame for frame, just like the trailer, except for this walk here. This was kind of their own thing, and yeah, I mean, Monica doesn't look bad, but both Miss Marvels look really goofy. I don't know what it is, but yeah. But then we get the logo. Probably my favorite part, honestly, is going to be about this movie is the logo. I love how they have like the sort of space aura combined with Miss Marvel Kamala Khan's abilities in the background. It's pretty nice. So yeah, obviously it's inspired by the Marvels, but the movie hasn't came out yet. So off the bat, what you need to know is that their skill animations are going to be obviously more generic and not based on the movie. It's going to be from whatever Netmarble cooks up for them. So keep that in mind with this update. But the surprising part, and the part we need to talk about, is how this sort of implies in game. But before we do that, we of course have to go ahead and read what they had to say on YouTube and on the forums. So let's dive right in. Higher, further, faster, together. The ability of three superheroes who use light have been entangled due to an incident, and they now switch places with each other whenever they use their powers. So yeah, pretty much explaining the trailers that we've seen. Greetings, agents. This CM fragment of Marvel Future Fight. The ability of three superheroes who use light have been entangled due to an incident, and they now switch places with each other whenever they use their powers. Higher, further, faster, together. Check out the trio of superheroes who can absorb light, see light, and turn light into matter. So, of course, see light is going to be Monica Rambeau. Turn light into matter is obviously Miss Marvel Kamala Khan, and absorb light is, of course, going to be Captain Marvel here. Now, they say thank you, which is a key indicator that we will be getting another sneak peek, which is actually really surprising because that's already right there. Three brand new spanking new uniforms. So now it makes you wonder what we're going to get next, and we'll dive into that in a sec here. What I want to talk about is how is this going to sort of apply in game for these three characters. So, of course, Captain Marvel is confirmed the tier 4. As far as Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau, we see no indications about a tier 4 upgrade for either of them. And obviously, they're not going to tier 4 them all three of them in the same update. Obviously, they have to split it apart between the three characters. That's just not how it works. It'd be a little chaotic if all of them got tier 4s in one update. We'd probably have a riot on our hands from the the player base. But the thing that surprised me is that I thought they were going to split up this update into multiple parts to where Captain Marvel will get her tier 4, then Miss Marvel, then Monica. But it seems like they just crunched it all into one update here to where Miss Captain Marvel will get her tier 4 and her uniform. Miss Marvel and Monica will get new uniforms, but no tier 4 upgrades. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't get a mid-month where they sneak in their tier 4 upgrades eventually. But it means, as far as I'm concerned, for this month, that they won't be getting their upgrades at all, just their new uniforms, which is kind of a little upsetting because both of them have been obviously Miss Marvel just got her tier 3 not too long ago. Same with Monica's Transcended, but still, you'd think that they wouldn't just leave them sitting at tier 3 and Transcended, that they would give them their tier 4s eventually. And I still have hope that they do that. But obviously, like I said, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen this month. I'm still holding out hope that it does. But I feel like because they're not going to, it's going to lose out a lot of the hype for this update. I feel like they really should try and make their tier 4 upgrades during this month because obviously this is the month that the movie comes out. If you do it any later, then you lose a lot of hype. It's kind of what happened with Shuri and her Black Panther uniform. They took way too long to sort of bring that out. So a lot of people lost interest, and a lot of people ended up skipping it because we already had plenty of other options of uniforms and whatnot. And that's sort of the other kind of component. These characters have to be good and meta for people to actually pick them up. Otherwise, you're going to lose out on all the hype and all the upgrades. Obviously, Captain Marvel will get enough attention because of the tier 4, but it's going to leave these two other characters sort of in the dark. And unless they're really good supports or something, they're not going to end up being anywhere in the meta. And of course, Miss Marvel for a time was a tier 3 character that was in the meta for ABX and ABL. But now with level 80s, that has changed. She, even if they make her absolutely broken, uh, tier 4 Luna, tier 4 Shadow Shell, Black Widow will all most likely still just overpower her completely. And if they don't, then that's obviously a bad powering scale because a tier 3 can't be stronger than a tier 4 by a lot, or even in general shouldn't be stronger. So yeah, it creates this weird sort of dynamic with these three characters. I'm interested to see what they do. Captain Marvel, of course, is going to be 100%, in my opinion, taking over for Scarlet Witch in the realm of ABX and ABL, and I'm here for that. But like I said, I am still a little disappointed that they're not sort of just dragging out this update for the whole month. They are just sort of keeping it to just this update, it seems, with these three new uniforms and possibly one more thing. One more uniform and upgrade because of what they're saying here on the forums, which we'll find out very soon. I'm actually making this video 30 minutes before the next sneak peek comes out. So we'll have that video up very soon as well. We'll record it right after this. But what I want to talk about is that I do hope that we get something for this next mid-month that revolves around Captain Marvel. But if I had to guess, I think it's just going to be these three, and I think we're going to end up getting Tier 3 Nick Fury with the new uniform for this sneak peek that drops here very soon. I think that'll be it. I was thinking that it'd be cool to spread them out and obviously make Captain Marvel and Nick Fury the Tier 4, Tier 3 for the main update. And then I was thinking, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan for the mid month, and then maybe throw her in with the supervillain. Um, and if not, make that the next update and make Monica the mid month. I don't know how they would have done it, guys. I mean, there's at least one, two, three, four characters that could get uniforms and upgrades, obviously. And then the villain that could have been added, I guess. But other than that, there's not many other characters that they could have worked with. So I can see why they didn't want to drag this out. But I think they at least should have split it up into two parts. I feel like getting all three of these characters' uniforms and then just the tier 4 for Captain Marvel kind of sucks. But it sort of is what it is. But yeah, we'll be live, or not live. We'll be recording the sneak peek that comes out here very shortly. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's breakdown, though. That'll do it for the sneak peek update number one. The first sneak peek for the November update. There you go. I can use my words here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. If you think they should spread it out more, or if you're fine with this sort of just throwing it all at us right now and having to potentially wait for the tier 4 upgrades for these other two characters here. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, as always, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.